Hey, my name is Robert, and this is Goozy Fabrication. For my do-yourself guys and gals out there working on your own projects at home, man, I've put together a great video for you today. Now, I'm going to give you a trick. It comes from the collision industry. You've probably never seen this before. Has to deal with rust. I'm going to show you how to deal with this because I don't want this to happen to your project. Let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to give you three things. Hey, before we get started, hit that like, subscribe, share the video, leave some comments. Number one, the key to rust. Number two, I'm going to show you a fast, easy way that's going to stop that rust dead in its tracks. And number three, well, I've set up a video to walk you through all of the steps on exactly how we do this. So we're going to use this 64 Impala. Now, walking up to a classic car or an older vehicle, it's very rare. It can happen, but it's very rare to see just a big rust hole here or a big rust hole here. That's not usually the way it works. The key to rust, knowing how it starts and where it starts. Usually the rust is always predictable in these cars. Well, you're going to find rust, if it's unrestored, usually along this area, underneath the rocker, in the floor or pan, and in the trunk pan. So why is that? Why do they always usually rust out in exactly the same places? Now, rust starts because moisture or debris gets trapped, causes oxidation, but where does it get trapped? It always starts or gets trapped where two body panels join together, where the seam sealer has failed or there wasn't adequate from the factory rust prevention or it wasn't coated. That's where it always starts. That's why the bottoms usually of the cars rust a lot more than any other place. Like I said, you usually don't walk up to a car and there's a big rust spot just in random places. It's always where the seam starts. And it's always usually on inaccessible parts. Okay, this outer rocker has an inner rocker. Once this car's put together, now if there hasn't been any rust prevention like coatings, zinc, whatever it may be for rust prevention applied inside of this panel, well, eventually it's going to start rusting. And inaccessible, people never think about it. It never gets addressed until there's a big hole here. Now it's a big deal. And the trick that I'm going to show you is how to address those inaccessible places, especially like in the trunk. Like once this panel is put in, well, now we can't get to the bottom side of this rocker to the trunk extension or up into this area. So you're probably thinking, well, what am I supposed to do? There's no way to get in there to apply anything for rust preventative. Well, yes, there is. It's fast, easy, and I'm going to show you right now. Let's get to the demo. 1970 Chevy pickup outer rocker. We're going to be using that for our demo. Rotate that around. Now I have already installed a plexiglass inner rocker. And the reason I did that is that way you can see how we're going to apply corrosion protection to this boxed, inaccessible area once the vehicle has been assembled.
Hey, if I'm providing solid, useful content, you can help support the channel. Buy me a coffee, coffee.com/goozyfabrication.
Now the method I'm going to show you comes out of the collision industry, and it's standard there, but it lends itself so well to restoration. And I can't believe more people don't do this, but we do it here. Every vehicle that comes out of here that we do major metal work to always gets this treatment. And this is a two-part kit. cavity wax. Okay, this is in an aerosol can. That's what it looks like. This is the first part. Now, one of the things we will have to do, now we can take advantage of our factory hole here. Now, if this was completely boxed and there was no way to get in here, well, we will need a 7/16 drill bit. And we need that drill bit for the second part of the kit, which is an applicator wand kit. Now, what comes in that kit are 3 different sizes, different lengths of applicator wands. And you just remove the nozzle, you stick this nozzle on. Now, these aren't regular, just lengths of tubes. These ends are special ends. They're a 360-degree conical spray pattern. So that means we can, this end all around it is going to be spraying 360 degrees. That's really important. If we had to drill an access hole, well, we would just take a little plug, and when we're finished, we could stick that in there, and you're done. Now it's totally sealed up. So something important, we want to make sure the can is well shaken, and we want the can to be at least 75 degrees, the ambient temperature. Don't heat the can, but we are dealing with wax, and we don't want it to be 50 or 60 degrees in the shop, and this thing's been sitting here all night. Yeah, that's going to maybe make it sputter, going to give us problems clogging. Don't need that, but don't heat the can. And this is what it's going to look like. We just start sliding the wand through. It's not hard to keep it centered. And we just want to go until we reach the maximum depth. And then start depressing our nozzle. Then start pulling it out slowly. We don't want to rush this step or go too fast. Usually I'll do this once. And then I will come back and do it again. Go all the way in. Depress the nozzle. Slowly pull it out. Make sure that I have thorough coverage. So even if we're not able to reach the entire length, we have some left, well, we can find an access point from the back somewhere and then insert it and go the maximum length. Do the whole procedure over. Now we're going to ensure that we have maximum coverage. So when we're inserting this, before we start, now we've only went in about that far, we want to mark it. I just like using a regular magic marker, because if we lose track and we pull this thing all the way out and it's still depressed, well, guess what? Now we just made a mess. That little mark, keep you from doing that. And we've got our wand attached. Here we go. Okay, so that was our second coat. And where the rust usually starts, man, that's got a lot of buildup there. Now, the thing about this wax is it is self-healing, and it wicks in between the body panels to give you total sealing. Yeah, I don't really know anything else that can do that or that does that. And now we want to do this after we've done all of our metal work. So let's open this thing up and see what we've got. Okay, the moment of truth. Let's see what we have. Okay, so this would be our inner rocker. That is really nice coverage. You can see we have a really nice build. Yeah, that's not too bad. And that section, I touched it a second ago. But really, really nice coverage. For the outer rocker. And I really like the fact that it went around that piece of all thread there. That is excellent corrosion protection. Yeah, really happy with that result. That's what we do to all of our vehicles here. I don't know of any better way to do this. So this is a 3-pack of wands, one short one, 2 longer ones. Now the 2 longer ones have the conical ends. The short one does not. It's just a length of tube. And that's so you can spray directly into an area. So I want to show you a few different ways how to use these wands. Okay, so like say this long one, that problem area between the outer wheelhouse and the quarter panel, well, that's not a problem now because you can slide that all the way in there, fish it around, start pulling it out, paying attention. Now, this can be a little messy, but cleanup is really easy with alcohol. We can't go this way to get in this inaccessible part between the lower extension and the quarter panel where always rust forms. Well, if the tail lights out, we can fish it through here and then just keep running it all the way in, and then just do the same thing, paying mind to our little mark so we don't make a huge mess. If we make a little bit of a mess, alcohol will clean it up. Another area, we can go right through here. Now, it's better if you mask off these holes, but I mean, you can see it coming through right there. Now we can cover and protect the entire inside of the trunk. So a couple of other uses, like let's say our door, well, we would switch to this nozzle. And it doesn't hurt to tape things up. But now we can apply that to the inside of the door any way we like, or if we tape off this whole area, put some plastic mask, now we can come through here with our long wand. That'll reach almost all the way to the front. We could move this wand up and down. That's going to coat the entire inside of the door. So there you have it, a little bit of practice. Now you can completely rust prevent your vehicle. I want to say thank you to all of our followers, subscribers, people donating coffees on coffee.com. And as always, thank you for watching.